All right, everyone, we are here at Red Rocks backstage right now with Matt Quinn and Sam Cooper from Mount Joy.
Yes.
I mean, Coors Light is here. We're all here. It's just, it all makes sense. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Did you think you'd be back on our show so soon?
Right?
Yeah. Yes, I was hoping.
Yeah. Well, we were just saying you guys have had such a big summer, and it kind of all started with Mount Joy.
Yeah.
It did. It
Yep.
was that day on.
It
I feel
kicked
very
us off.
close to the rocks right now.
You
know
are.
what I mean?
You're
Like,
right
you could
next
just,
to them. Yeah.
touch it
It's
the whole
very,
time.
what do people do? Grounding.
It
You know?
feels nice. To
We
be-
should all
Yeah.
step on
You
the
feel that
rocks.
difference?
Yeah.
It does actually feel really
Right?
nice.
It's like,
Whoa.
We should
If you
all
get a
put our
little
bare
nervous-
feet on the rocks and
step
ground
around.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Should we?
I don't know. That's what people
At
do.
the
They
end-
say it's great for
Yeah,
you.
right. It's like
Maybe at the end.
stepping.
Everyone doesn't need to see our bare feet the whole show.
No, but
Yeah.
it's like stepping onto grass with your bare feet. you
Let's
know?
end the interview with that.
Yes,
Perfect.
we'll all
Okay.
step on here with our bare feet.
Perfect.
And then we'll blur our feet so people
Yeah,
have to pay
because
for that.
no free
Perfect.
feet pics. Come on, guys.
I feel like one of the coolest things about Red Rocks, like as an artist at least, is you come into these green rooms for the first time and you're like, whoa, the rocks are like built into the green room. So this is a cool like behind the scenes.
it's incredibly cool. That's why
Insane.
we were so excited. They were like, we're going to do the interview backstage. Like, wow, this will be probably our only time to ever be backstage at Red Rocks.
Exactly. So if you are listening to this podcast, I would head over where you can watch it because
Yeah.
you're going to be actually...
You're missing out.
You're looking at the rocks and you're also looking at all of us.
yeah.
And
Right,
our feet
it's-
soon.
Yeah. Stay tuned for our feet
Yeah.
at the end.
It is
Fast
a
forward.
really cool it's a really cool venue. You guys have played here before. This is now 5 and 6, right? You guys are playing here.
Yeah, we're playing tonight and tomorrow night. It'll be
Yeah.
our 5th and 6th
Crazy.
show
does
at Red
it
Rocks.
does it ever get old? I mean, now you guys are like salty vets, 5th and 6th time.
No, I don't think so. I actually was listening to, we have like a recording on Spotify and everywhere you can get streaming, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But of our first one from 2021. And it's so crazy to think that we did it 3 years ago because I still feel just as like butterflies and like, it feels the same each time. I don't know. It's just such a, I don't know. This is way too like pun intended, but such a big mountain to climb that I feel like every time you're at the bottom, you're like, holy shit, how did I ever do this?
Well, it's a wild drive up too. It's like a
Yeah.
slow drive, and you can see the rocks in the distance, and you can
What-
kind of.
Do you guys think that's like what makes this venue so cool? How do you feel about Red Rocks? Like, what makes it so iconic to you guys?
We do these meet and greets a lot, and everybody always asks like, "What's your favorite venue?" It's
Yeah.
Red Rocks, like every single time. I think it's just like this open air. You're on top of a mountain. You're overlooking Denver. It's really hard to describe if you're not here.
Yeah.
I know that's a terrible thing to
Sorry,
say,
everybody that's
Yeah.
not here.
You're really missing out.
but it's just like 100-year-old crazy venue on top of a mountain, and I don't know how else to describe it.
I kind of love when you were like plugging your live performance. You said blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm not going to say where you can find it. You were like, yeah, blah, 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 wherever you can listen to it.
I don't even know anymore. Like I don't know. I guess there's really only Apple and Spotify and YouTube, I guess. But
Everywhere you can listen to music.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, you guys
Be
are so
proud
good.
of it, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm
What-
super proud of that, actually.
What do you guys
genuinely.
say?
Everywhere you listen to podcasts.
Right there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you go.
Everywhere you get your music.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
say blah,
there
blah,
you go.
blah, wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like, I don't know, it's you guys have been back now touring these last few months. Did you take a little bit of a break at a certain point this year?
Kind of.
Yeah, like
A
in
little?
the beginning of the year, we
Yeah.
were able to get like, I don't know, the breaks are like you start making the next record, so it feels like that's what we did for a little bit in the beginning of the year, and then we've just been touring since like the spring for the most part.
How have the shows gone, you think? Great ones?
They've been great. We went
Yeah.
to Europe in June. Europe's always a little weird, but
It's no Fiji.
no.
I mean, of course, but
Just the fans in Europe are great. The UK, they're kind of odd, but our London show was amazing. I'm not shitting on
Shade for the
no,
UK.
I would kind of.
Well, no,
I would
okay.
actually love
I
to
love
know.
London.
I
I
would
wanna
love to
know-
know more details
No, okay,
about that
so,
too, because I think it's so. I don't know why. I don't know if it's our own bubble. You feel like sometimes, and I mean, you guys have a massive audience, but it's like you don't really think of people in other countries sometimes being. You're like, oh, you listen to our music.
Well, that and like the way that they listen at live shows here, people are jumping up and down, singing along, freaking out, and you can like feel the energy.
Yes.
But there are certain places, particularly in the United Kingdom, I think, where they're very polite and they're great fans, but they're just kind of like, and they're enjoying it, but they're just kind of looking at you.
We have a game later on where we're going to play Would You Rather, but I didn't add this one, but I was going to ask, would you rather a super rowdy crowd, or would you rather, like maybe they're singing
golf
along,
clapping,
but they're screaming at you, but they're also singing along, or would you rather like politely, like they're nodding, but they're not really singing along, they're not yelling, but they're really polite about it.
After every song, they go like this.
And they're smiling. They're smiling. They're enjoying the show.
Yeah, for sure. The really rowdy one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't do certain songs is the only downside. Like when we're making a set list, if we know it's a Friday night in like Philly or Chicago or a place where they get their drink on, it's like you can't do the like whistling, slow, sad man on acoustic guitar thing, because people are just going to be like, they're too turned up for that. But that's the only downside, I would say. And we have some of those songs that we love, but at least if there's like a turned up energy, it's like really what you're doing when you're, not to be too woo woo, is like when you're making music and trying to like capture an energy, capture a moment, and like go with the crowd and have this sort of spiritual journey. And it's so much easier to do that if you have a starting point of like, okay, everyone's really excited.
Yeah.
Like, let's just lean into that.
Right. Where do you think is the rowdiest?
I don't know.
I feel like it depends. It's so
You can name a
night
couple.
of the week dependent.
Yeah.
So true.
But like a Tuesday night show is a totally different experience in New York City than a Friday night show in New York City or a Saturday night show in New York City. But like, honestly, like there are certain cities in the States at least that are just drinking towns. Like I think of Philly, I think of Chicago, New York City gets its drink on, but like LA doesn't really. Like they're like, they got to wake up and like do whatever they do in the morning. But
Yoga.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's even true sometimes for, I mean, not comparable, but even some of the podcast shows that we do where it's like a Wednesday night in a certain city, like we're like, guys, you guys are wasted. Like, are you good?
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
But that's like a fun part. It kind of becomes part of the show.
Yeah.
Like I think of them, we talk about them as like fishbowl shows where
Yeah.
like everyone's in the audience just kind of like staring and we're playing music and it just feels like people are just watching.
It's like a TED Talk.
Yeah. As opposed to this like interactive thing where like it allows me to jump around and be stupid.
Yeah.
Like we played Georgia that one time. It was before some SEC football game. It was like a Friday night.
Oh yeah, that sounds
in
like a recipe
Athens.
for disaster.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Good
No,
disaster.
yeah.
Everybody was like absolutely just plastered.
Right.
But
And
it
all
was,
of a sudden you're a fan of like
Oh,
wherever you
yeah.
are.
It was
You're like,
awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
into
I'm like
it.
doing a dog
Right.
thing.
You're
yeah,
like,
he's barking and shit.
Go Bulldogs.
Yeah.
We're in.
It was amazing.
Where are there any specific spots in Europe that you were like, that one was weird?
God, Europe's about to get it.
No, okay. I'll say this. We did Amsterdam,
Okay.
Brussels, Paris, amazing. There's just a couple places, honestly, in the UK that they were great. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like, they're
yeah.
amazing and
It's
they're
different.
super appreciative of the music and they're super respectful, but it's just a different vibe where
Americans
it's
are
just
just not as respectful, That's just
Did you do meet and greets in Europe as well?
I don't think we did.
yeah.
Because I feel like it would be interesting
Yeah.
to find out, like, when did you start listening? How did you find us?
Yeah.
And like Fran said, like they're probably really polite about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And this is I've told this story so many times, but a bizarre family trip that we went on. This was years ago, but we love Hans Zimmer. And
yeah. Oh, yeah.
we went to a Hans Zimmer show in Zurich. And we got there and it was in like a closed arena and, full orchestra, the coolest thing ever. And the lights and the like all the soundtracks of all the movies we know and love, everybody sat in their seat the whole time.
Yeah.
And a song would end and it was just like clap, 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 clap. And we did not like the first song, my sister and I were like, woo! Like we cheered.
It's just a different experience.
And everybody turned and looked at us, and we
Yeah.
were like, "Uh-oh, okay, this is not
this is
people
not the
aren't-
vibe.
Okay, we don't do this. We're just gonna sit here
I don't- yeah.
politely and watch the show." Then
I don't know where that comes from though, because they have like, you see like the, they call it football, but like soccer hooliganism.
Yeah.
Like you see that they like get down. Like,
Yeah, they
but
do.
then like music
They-
starts and they're not into it. Like,
And they get really rowdy at their pubs.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
an
Like they
opera
know
thing.
how to party.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just a
100%
respect
they know how
thing
to
where
party.
they're like very respectful
Yeah.
of the music, which is great. It's just such a weird freaking way to play music to people where
I
they're
just don't
like,
want to be respected.
right.
Yeah. Disrespect me while I'm on stage.
Yeah, spit on us, Europe.
It's really what you guys are.
Yeah.
You guys are asking for.
Yes. Yeah.
How?
Keep all of that. Yeah. We want Europe to spit on us.
Yeah.
The
Took a
entire
turn,
continent.
but yeah.
How has it
So
been
many
working
jokes
on new? How's it been working on new music while you guys are on the road?
It's hard. It's hard to do. I know some people, like I've heard, I know like, I think Zach Bryan and like some of these people are able to like even record stuff like on the road. But it's hard.
No
Like
idea how they do it. Yeah.
part of it is I think that like, and this is, I'm sure they do this. I honestly don't know what these other people do with their sets, but like we're changing our sets up. We're adding like different covers. We're kind of writing our set as we go. Like even today, like this morning, there's a text thread going around. Like I really want to do something we've never done before. We have some stuff lined up for the weekend, but it was 2 nights. So it's like right after this, we're going to go try to learn a song and see if we can put it in the set. And so like, you know, I know a lot of the bigger production stuff, like it's just like the same set for the most part because they have certain lighting cues and stuff like that, which is awesome. Mm-hmm. But I guess if you could get in a zone where like, you know exactly what you're playing a week in advance from that show, then maybe you could like have the mind space. But I think for us, we're so focused on the show itself being its own living organism that it's hard to do.
Yeah. How do you feel when fans are like, please put out new music, but at the same time you're touring, you're busy, like you said, it's a little bit harder for you guys to kind of find the time to record that, but you also want your fans to know that you have new music.
Yeah, I mean, I think we road test new songs, so it's not like we're like hiding new songs. We're trying them out live and seeing how they work, but yeah, it is one of those things where I'm like, it takes time.
Right.
Give us some time. We've just been touring so much.
Yeah. And I feel like people respect that. Do you have a song or have you tested songs on stage that you think people are going to love and maybe they don't, or the opposite where you're like, we're not so sure about this one and people just go nuts for it?
I think all of the above, but I think more it's just the process. Like you forget when you haven't played new songs in a while, and I think we'll play a new song tonight, but like
cool,
but like that
great.
Yeah, but that it's hard. Like it's like you have this thing in the studio, that's one thing, and you make it and it's like, you know, I don't know, like you guys do a kind of you guys do a live-ish thing. You've done like, it's one thing to do something and then it's like it's nothing to be able to like edit it or like overdub something, and then when you do something live you listen back to it, like, sounds way different. So there is a whole process of like the first couple times you do it being like, oh dang, that's not, it gets so much better over time when you learn how to do it live and stuff like that. So
how do you measure whether or not you had like an amazing show or it was like, that was good but we can do better? Like what's the feeling after?
I think you just know, like you guys probably know when you like are funny and like have good, I don't know, you like, you know, when you have a good podcast, like you just honestly, you're playing guitar, you're like, you know, you're like the other night in Minneapolis, like I just completely bombed. I don't know, I had like a mental space.
Really?
I just lost the chords and I was like, when you walk off stage, you're like thinking back, you're definitely like, well, I bombed that Bug Eyes thing, but
I'm also staring like directly into the sun.
You're thinking about it more than anybody else is,
right?
Though.
Well,
like,
always that. I
always
think,
that.
Because I'm always like, I screwed up that freaking.
Right, but everybody else
nobody knows.
Had a fucking amazing
Nobody
time.
knows.
Somebody knows. I always think there's like some guitar player out there who's like,
oh yeah, Sam sucks.
If he's coming to your show and just judging whether or not you hit all the chords.
But if there's like 7,000-8,000 people there, one of them is probably the guy,
and probably better than me at guitar.
Yeah.
Probably like,
I'm sure, but you know, they comment on like the show photos, like, great show, but
very dissonant
chords
chord.
there.
I really noticed that one moment. What has been like the biggest reaction? Because I know you guys do these mashups and all that kind of stuff where you're playing covers and intertwining it with your own songs, which is really cool. What has been the cover that you think has gotten the biggest pop when you've debuted it?
I mean, like, well, debuted it, I don't know, but I know, like, we used to do Crazy by Gnarls Barkley, and we do all these things sort of like occasionally, but and I just remember doing it at Lollapalooza.
Yeah,
I feel like that's like, of the mashups, that was like the high watermark, just time and place. Like everyone was singing along, people like it just felt like, wow, this is really working.
Yeah, because it had the massive crowd,
And that's like the best feeling. Like I always think about like a comedian or something. You get this immediate feedback. If it's like everyone's just like belly laughing, it's like you're like, I'm on fire.
yes, exactly.
I'm the best person ever.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber scene.
Yeah. Just everything you say.
Rip the fart and every
Yeah,
laugh.
you're just like, this is amazing. How do you guys decide on covers? And you're just kind of jamming and playing along. You're like, let's try this, let's try that, because you know you guys are all over the place when it comes to what you throw in those mashups. You know, like you said, Gnarls Barkley, sometimes it's Taylor Swift. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like Matt said earlier, we have a text thread with the band where we're always just constantly throwing ideas. And even last week we had a few days of rehearsals in Nashville, and we just trying things. And we tried a bunch of things, and a lot of them didn't work, but a few of them we think did.
yeah,
Hopefully people like them. But yeah, I think it's just like trial and error, and you know, you get 30 things and one works. So
right. Do you guys like sharing those on social as well? Because I know you guys will sometimes post when you're trying a new cover, doing things and posting it. Is that just like you just hit post, you're like, oh my god, I really hope people like this one?
I feel like less so now, like in a good way, like where it's like, I feel like at first we didn't have that many of them. So it was like the element of surprise is gone if it's just like, oh, they're going to do this thing in Julia. And we're like, we're going to do this thing. But now we have a few of them to where it's like, we do try to change it up, and it feels a little easier to like share stuff, I think.
Yeah. You guys are out in Colorado now. We're all here. We know that there was a first pitch thrown out.
Matt
How'd it
did the
go?
first pitch last night at the Rockies game.
I wasn't nervous until I saw the field, and then I told everyone, I was like, oh my God, I have terrible butterflies right now. But it went fine. It was closer than
fine?
Yeah.
I thought. I think it was a 7 out of 10.
Wait, we got to paint the picture a little bit. You threw it to a dinosaur mascot, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but this is really funny, and I've thought about this internally and like laughed out loud this morning when I thought about it. So I'm sorry.
Just here
I'm
it comes.
sorry.
I'm sorry, Dinger. Dinger is the name of the mascot.
Okay.
And when I got
And
there,
he's a dinosaur.
and he's essentially Barney, but
Okay.
with a baseball vibe,
Right.
Gotcha.
With a twist.
Yeah. and when I got there, he was they were super nice. I don't know if it's a guy.
I think it was a man.
Mascot was really nice.
Yeah.
The mascot was really nice,
Yeah.
and we
You
went
don't
to
know Dinger's pronouns. It's fine.
No.
yeah. They, them, he, her, like all of it.
Yep.
It was really nice. And so we like did some practice throws, and I was nervous. So I made some stupid joke about like, maybe I should just like throw it terribly so that we, get to go viral or something. I realized like mascots don't really talk. I've had this experience twice now. And I immediately remember like, oh, this person's like probably not allowed to talk. So I'm just like talking to myself.
What was the first
Right.
experience?
The Union game.
When have they ever talked, though? They don't talk.
Yeah, I know.
ever.
Well, this is my bad.
Okay, sorry, it's back to
I don't
dinner.
like hang out with.
Yeah, here's the thing. I totally understand where you're coming from with that. Like
Yeah.
you're talking to them, you're expecting them to
Right.
respond, and then you are instantly reminded, wait, no, they're
And
in
sometimes you
mascot
think maybe
form
they
right now.
talk like maybe you talk to some certain people. Maybe you don't talk to
Well,
the
no
kids.
one else can hear this conversation, so it is
Yeah.
silly.
Also, it's like I don't hang out with many mascots, which is
Fair.
my own bad. Like I wish
Fair,
I hung
yeah.
out with more. I hope I get to hang out with more. But anyways, it was really funny because he was kind of like, or she, I don't know, didn't respond.
Dinger.
Didn't respond, and then I was like, there was an awkward pause, and then out of the dinosaur just goes like, please don't throw it hard.
That's awesome.
That is amazing.
Okay.
Oh my God! Like,
It was insane. Like I couldn't see how he could see the because he has a
Mm-hmm.
mitt and he's catching, but like his head is enormous.
Right.
And I couldn't see how he was like.
you would think
seeing-
there's
sure.
a lot of cushion as well.
Yeah.
A full
So
costume.
then did
just
that
in
get
case you did throw it hard?
Did that get in your head?
Oh
Were
my
you like,
God.
oh my God, now I have to switch. I was planning on throwing a hard strike
Yeah,
here.
you're like,
now
I'm
I
throwing a
gotta-
heater in.
A little bit, but then when you see the way they set it up, like I've seen other people's where like the person goes out to the mound and like you're pretty far away, where like you would have to kind of give it some speed
Some
to get
power,
it there.
yeah.
But then the way this one was it was like they didn't let me on the mound, and then he was actually in front of the plate, so it's like I'm throwing it like 8 feet to this guy. So if I threw it hard, I would like wound the
Yeah,
dinger.
yeah.
So I totally get it, and I also understand that like probably can't see anything.
Right.
I'm just gonna like hit him in his face. So I deeply get it, Dinger. I just thought it was really funny that this dinosaur was like, please don't throw it away.
That is so funny. Why didn't they let you on the mound?
I don't know.
That was like the one rule, but they didn't explain.
They were
that.
like,
Yeah.
he doesn't have it.
Yeah, they probably took one look at me and they were like, "There's no way."
That's
Bring it
amazing.
in. It's like when you're playing like intramural softball. All right, everyone, come on, bring it. Oh, look at this guy.
Inch
Bring it all
inch
in.
up. Were you totally relieved after though? You're like, I did it. I did the first pitch. It's over.
Yeah, pretty
It's a
much.
good pitch.
It was okay. Like I really wanted to like nail it, but it was like a
You
little
couldn't.
bit.
He said, don't.
Yeah, exactly. He threw me off. She threw me off.
Yeah.
They threw me off. I was all thrown off.
And you made it through.
Made it
Why
through.
were you the one who threw it?
I feel like it was a confidence of pitch ability.
Yeah.
Fair.
Did everybody feel like he would throw the best
Look,
pitch?
I have a great arm.
So why didn't you throw it?
No, I would have been so nervous to throw to a freaking dinosaur, dude. No, I'll let Matt handle that one. That's good. Fine
You're
with
like,
that.
well,
Get the
we'll
pressure.
just-
You're like, well, if I don't do it, no one can say I did it bad.
Right. I also enjoyed watching it. It was the whole
Right.
thing was hilarious.
And then you could just sit here and tell us you have a great arm.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
We'll
You
never
guys,
know.
You don't know. No idea. Yeah, you'll never know.
You never know how many other opportunities you could
Oh
be
god.
throwing
Yeah.
out.
Next
the
time we're
first
throwing
pitch.
to a
Yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
And let me just say, thank you,
The
Dinger.
bank could call and it's like, hey, the Phillies want you guys to throw.
Oh my
you know,
God, yeah.
Then you have
right.
to do it.
Then.
Right?
But then I feel like you would
Yeah.
throw to like the catcher, not the fanatic. I don't know how it works.
Sometimes
nowadays.
you never know though,
Sometimes
because you
it's the
think, and then a
mascots.
lot of times it does seem often the mascot is involved.
Yeah.
My
I think-
fiance just threw out the first pitch at the Cubs game, and it was the mascot.
Yeah,
So
but
it
they
was
let
the
him
mascot?
stand on the
Yeah.
on the mound.
But I've seen like at Phillies games, like Real Muto will like catch it.
Yeah, I don't
Right?
know. It must be a low key what they don't say. Just they're just judging whoever's throwing the first
Yeah.
pitch. Like they're like, we'll give you
He
the
gets
catcher.
the mascot.
Yeah.
Well, you get the mascot. You get an actual
Oh
catcher.
yeah. If
you
I
know?
was like Noah Khan, it would have been like the first baseman for sure.
Oh my! You guys just
third,
played. Yeah, you guys just played Fenway, which is so cool. How was that? How was Fenway? What's it like playing a baseball like stadium? That's got to be a different feeling.
It's just funny. It was
Yeah.
just like silly. I was laughing the whole time. It was just because you're in like left center field,
Right.
playing to Fenway. I don't know. The whole thing
That's
was just-
awesome.
Yeah.
It was great. Don't get me
I
wrong.
think even
but-
in my brother and sister were there, and they said the same thing. We're just like we're just in the infield. Like this is
Yeah.
how are we allowed to be standing
Yeah.
out here?
But we watched Noah's set. It sounded good. Like the sound was great. The lights were good. Everything was
Yeah,
great. So
yeah. It's something
That's
I feel like it's
incredible.
different when there's concerts at a baseball field or just a totally
Yeah, but
different
everyone
experience.
says it's an amazing experience. Like
Yeah.
I've never been. They've done them. They do them
Yeah.
all over. But I've never experienced.
Jonas Brothers Yankee
Yeah,
Stadium.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
the Jonas Brothers Yankee Stadium.
How
That
was that?
fun.
I was there, obviously.
yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it was awesome. But it's just like, it is a funky experience because it's also like if you're not, it's so big where you almost feel bad for maybe some of the people because you don't realize if you pick a seat on this, like I went both nights, but the first night, we thought our seats were amazing. Terrible. Terrible. Couldn't see a thing because we were just like, we didn't realize we were just kind of like lower level, almost behind the stage.
But you can
basically.
hear the brothers.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, thank God. But you
Yes.
you never know.
You can hear the brothers.
wherever you could hear them. But
Yes.
I want to be up close. Of course.
What was better, night one or night two, set list wise?
They did the exact same show.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Okay.
They probably write songs on the road.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Yeah.
they might.
Did they do the exact same show? Where am I? Is somebody talking to?
It sounds
is
like
this
there's
TV on?
cartoons.
There's some noises.
There have been honestly
is
the
it
whole
coming
time
up?
I've just been tuning
Yeah.
them out. I'm
Go
like,
with it.
I know.
It's
The spirits.
The rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Seriously.
The spirits from the rocks. We have a game
okay,
of
yes,
Would You
we do.
Rather.
Oh, let's do
So
it.
let's
Yeah.
play it. It's
Yeah.
very,
Band edition.
yeah, band oriented. We were going to ask you pop culture questions, but
so
we
ready.
still don't.
Let's
I know
go.
you
we were
are.
like
do
we're
you
gonna
got?
quiz
maybe
you guys.
we'll read headline after we do Would You Rather. Maybe we'll read headlines and ask you guys to fill in the blanks of the names of who they're talking
Okay.
about.
Love that.
We'll do
Yeah.
that after, but
Okay.
let's do some Would You Rather first. First question. It's on theme. Would you rather perform at an outside venue in the pouring rain or inside, but you know the weather outside is just gorgeous?
I feel like that's a good question.
I think inside.
I think
right?
inside. Yeah.
I don't
I mean, because
get-
outside in the pouring rain, it's always this thing where the band is covered, and then you just look out, and your fans are just like sopping wet. You know, you're like, oh, no.
Like you might be rocking out, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
great.
That's nice. You guys are covered.
Usually, or otherwise you can't do it. Like the electricity on the stage
Yeah.
gets a little weird.
You guys aren't,
Yeah.
aren't
We'd rather play
doing
inside.
like the Taylor Swift
inside
pouring rain
it's
shows.
it's gorgeous
Right.
outside
No.
though.
No, that was crazy though. The Taylor Swift thing was.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
plays
She
in the
does it
pouring
often.
rain. I don't know. She seems to love it. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Immune, I don't know.
I'm not. I would not enjoy that
thrives.
experience at all.
She thrives.
Also, because I feel like all of her equipment's probably broken afterwards, where they're like, all new equipment.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably
would
that is
break
true.
us.
They could definitely do
Yeah.
that. Okay, specifically for the band Mountjoy, for each of you, would you rather switch places for a show as a drummer or as a keyboardist?
That's easy for me because I'm not a good keyboard player, so
Okay.
drums. For
think
sure. And not that I'm a
drums-
good drummer, but it's just a little more intuitive, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hold a beat, but there's no way I could play the keys at all. There's like that would be terrible.
But keys are so
Yeah.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously we're jealous of Jackie. Like,
I
if
know
we-
Jackie's
like,
the coolest.
could do that.
Yeah, it would be a huge step down though if I
Yeah.
played instead of
Fair.
her, yeah.
Like for the sake of the audience, we won't
Visually,
take that one
audio,
over.
everything would be
Yeah.
way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not go down.
Would you rather fly first class everywhere, but you stay in the dirtiest hotels, or would you rather have to drive everywhere, very long distances, but you stay in the nicest hotels you've ever seen?
Give me the car ride in the Four Seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt's not a big flyer.
Yeah, I don't even really. I'm not a big plane guy.
Okay, fair.
Something about it just doesn't make any sense.
You
to
do
me.
know a lot about planes.
I like have become.
Maybe you know too much. That's why you're afraid.
Hey,
Yeah.
Potentially,
No.
Right, you're in too deep.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just in deep. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
Right. You have Boeing Google alerts on your phone. and everything.
That and I've had some weird things happen to me on flights, and then I'm if it's like
okay, you're a little paranoid.
yeah, if it's like a 6-hour drive, I'm driving it.
Yeah.
If it's like above that, then I'm
Yeah.
probably flying.
Then you're flying.
I'm the
Okay.
same.
Give you the Four Seasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you'll probably have this same answer then if you're, not really a plane guy, but when you're on tour, you can only choose gas station food or airline food. What are you picking?
Is Wawa a gas station?
Yeah.
It is?
I would consider it a gas
consider
station.
I don't know. It's tough.
Wawa is a gas station.
It is a gas station.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And I mean, it's just such a top level. Then it's like the easiest answer
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Why would you
Okay,
ever
if
not?
you-
Why would you
Wawa
ever?
has great food.
Wawa's
I mean,
great food. So
in
I-
the spirit of the question, like truly dirt gas.
yeah, I'm
station
talking like
food.
middle of nowhere. It's the first
you're
gas
like-
station you've seen in 300 miles.
You have to ask the guy if you can eat this, and he's like,
Yeah. Yep.
"You can eat that." Yeah.
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 Like, how long has this hot dog been rotating?
In that case, airline food, I think.
Okay. There we go.
But I'm not excited about it.
Yeah. No. So fair. You
I feel like
shouldn't
gas
be.
station though, I can put together like when we were touring in a van. One thing you learn how to do is like you kind of have to do that sometimes. So you learn how to like I'm gonna get some almonds and this one weird hard boiled egg, and like all of a sudden you put together a little like the weirdest meal of all
true,
time,
yeah.
but it's like
Like,
kind of
yeah,
good.
But it works
That's
for
what
you.
we
That's what they call girl
I
dinner.
was going to say,
Yeah.
that's what we call girl dinner.
Yeah.
Would you rather an amazing voice, like the best voice you've ever heard, or be able to play every instrument?
Well, I already have the first thing.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, I think play every instrument would just be so cool. Yeah, if I could
think
just
so
pick up
too.
like
Yeah.
a didgeridoo right now and be like,
Yeah.
Right. And every instrument's like, it's so broad. It's like every
yeah.
instrument.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
That's kind of like if, being able to speak every language almost,
Oh my
like that's,
God,
I
yeah.
just think that'd be the coolest thing ever. Okay. This will be the last one. Would you rather hate your bandmates and be like insanely mega globally successful, or love your bandmates and you're playing to maybe 100 people?
Ooh, that's a deep
Yeah.
division. 100 people
It
is.
has to be dramatic.
Well, I can say
It has to be a
this.
big plunge.
I can say this, which might be interesting to your listeners, is like 100 people in the music industry, probably up until like 500 to 1,000 people, is like a negative amount of money business.
Yep.
So like you're doing it for the love of the game at that point, and you're losing money probably.
Yep.
So I think the other one makes you super, like it's a really good business, but you hate everyone. I guess honestly, the second one, but you know, the longevity of that would be like maybe a year.
Yeah. We
Maybe.
very quickly run out of
Right.
money.
Right.
You love your bandmates, but you would start looking for new ones.
No, I'm saying I would do the world tour, like the you know, whatever, we're the biggest band ever, but like knowing that probably this is a cop-out answer. Like, probably I'm going to quit that band and join the band that I like for 100 people, but not
Like,
rich.
Once I make
all the money.
Once I get all the money from the world tour,
exactly.
then I'm out
That'll
and I'll
fund
play
the
with the
shit
guys
tour,
I
yeah.
like.
It's like how
It's a puzzle.
many years or months can I deal with people I hate the most,
Right.
bank all the money I can, and then just do it for the love of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally that. Exactly
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah.
All right, that's Would You Rather. Now I feel like we should do a little pop
Let's
culture.
do
Okay,
it.
let's see
Yes,
what's
please.
let's see what's going on in the world.
Do some
I'll
headlines.
start with, because you know we're deep down here in the rocks, so it's surface is not fantastic, but there is a potential big divorce brewing between Jennifer Lopez and
Ben Affleck.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, nice.
so
Nice.
that maybe that
Oh, I thought we were
was a
gonna ask,
little
like-
easy.
Is
Yeah,
it
yeah,
brewing or is it? I thought they like sold the house.
I saw
No,
him
it seems
slam the
it's
door.
brewing.
Have you seen the house?
Yeah, he bought a new house.
insane.
It's
Oh my
it's,
God,
It's
I
not
can't
good.
even wrap
He's
my
got
head
a mohawk
I'd
now
be scared.
too.
Yeah, but was
him.
that for a role or something? I saw that.
Apparently, he wants to play Hulk Hogan.
He wants to play. So he cut his hair.
They bought him and Matt bought the rights to make the Hulk Hogan Gawker story
Oh,
into
I
a
see.
movie.
Matt Damon.
Oh, the
Not
sex
yes.
one.
Yeah,
right.
Yes.
No, right.
You know, his pal Matt Damon.
Yes.
And allegedly,
But the Gawker
he
story
wants
is-
to play.
What is the
Hulk.
Gawker story? The Gawker story is the
The Gawker story is when they like.
Didn't he, like, film his
they
friend-
posted his.
Right. Okay.
It was a private thing. That
Private-
of
private
Hulk.
parts.
Yes.
Yeah.
we know this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think you guys just like lead on the act, like we
I-
don't know, but you
No,
do know.
I watch your guys' show. Like, obviously, I know a lot about pop culture.
All right, let's do another headline. This one is from page 6.
Okay.
Blank accidentally wore her underwear inside out during It Ends With Us tour. Can't do that to Versace.
It Ends With Us is a movie.
Yes.
It's also a book.
Context
Was
clues.
a book.
Yes.
It's a
Context
movie.
clues.
It's a book
Yes.
The
that's turned to a-
star of that movie, I can kind of see the image
Yes.
of her, and I know who this person is.
Maybe you've
You
seen her in
totally
other
do.
things.
She's blonde.
Don't give any context clues.
Eyes.
I don't know.
I think you might get there.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
Is it Hillary Clinton?
Yes, nailed it. She is the star
She's
of It Ends With
blonde.
Us.
No, it's like Scarlett Johansson or something, but it's not.
One might describe her that way. Yeah.
Who we got? What is it?
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Oh, she's a musician. Is that? I missed the whole thing.
Nope.
No, she's starring in It Ends With Us.
We were just trying to get there
And her
from
underwear
it,
was
from It Ends With
inside
Us.
out?
And her underwear was
Allegedly.
How do we
inside out,
know that?
allegedly.
I'm not quite sure. Okay, here's one. Why fans think Selena Gomez and Blank are engaged?
Benny Blanco.
Nice.
See, there's a music
I have that
aspect
one.
to that one. I thought maybe you guys would be aware.
Yeah.
This one I do
that's a good
not
one.
think you're gonna get.
Okay. Wow. I'm gonna sit up.
Yeah.
You might shock me. The new face of Dance Moms reboot says Blank is not speaking to her.
Okay, that
The
one.
new face of Dance Moms.
Do you know what Dance Moms is?
No, but I like love the idea that the moms are dancing.
No, the moms are like stage moms to their daughters dancing.
That's way more depressing.
Yep.
Daughters.
Unfortunately, it's not a bunch of dancing moms.
Dance? Are their kids dancing? I'm
So
assuming?
the kids are dance. So this was an old show. They're making a reboot, and they send their kids to this dance class where the teacher is so fucking mean.
Oh wow.
Abby Lee Miller. Have you heard the name?
No, is that the?
That's what that's the name in
Okay,
here.
fuck,
So
okay.
it's an older show, but they're bringing it back.
Is it Abby Lee Miller?
Oh my God! What did I just say that?
Damn.
You got another one?
Kourtney Kardashian offers new glimpses of her and Travis Barker's baby named Blank.
I have no idea.
What would they name their baby? They would name their
Oh, this one could be
baby.
fun. We'll just throw out some guesses of what Travis and Kourtney named their baby.
Can we get a male or female?
It is a boy.
Is a boy.
Yep.
It's a boy.
All right, Travis Barker.
I feel like it wouldn't be too crazy.
It's not. It's
not like an
it's
Elon
not,
Musk
You know,
kid.
it's not
super
like
crazy.
It's not like
Okay.
Grimes and Elon Musk naming
Right.
their baby like symbols.
Right.
Is it like?
It's a lot of
Steve?
names. That could,
Not that normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, it's like
It's one you hear and you might be like, it's actually on theme
Yeah.
in this room.
In this room? Is it Rocky?
Really?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. If we were going a little longer there, I was gonna say, you know,
Dun,
I was gonna
dun,
throw
dun,
out.
dun,
I was gonna
dun,
throw out.
dun,
the-
dun. We know
I do like the name Rocky.
It's a good name.
It is a cool name.
Last one.
All right, let's do it.
Blank will host the new game show. Are you smarter than a celebrity? You just tried looking at my screen there. You looked down and you went like that. You said if I could see the graphic.
I have to have you come sit here and realize how physically impossible this is.
so bright over
I
here.
know.
Yeah.
All right.
anything.
All right, wait.
Yeah.
I want to say it's like Travis. Is it I want to say it's Travis Kelce.
Yes.
Is it Travis
And
Kelce?
you're correct.
And you're correct.
Dude.
And you were correct.
Wow.
You saw the graphic on my lap. You saw the red Chiefs.
I have like a number of mirrors and I can
Yep.
do it.
Yeah.
There it is. Travis
Let's
Kelce.
go.
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
New game show. Are you smarter than a celebrity? I'm actually excited for this show.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
He's doing it all, huh?
Love them.
Yeah.
He is. He really is doing it all. Okay, I think that we can wrap it up. Although I do want to say,
Can we, or
there
are we
was,
gonna put our feet on?
Oh,
We
gotta
true.
take our
Oh my
shoes
god, we got to
off
take our
and-
shoes off.
yeah.
Okay. Last thought though, which is just a sentimental moment for us to share because we're all chatting today on the day that Nick Foles has announced that he
Yep.
will be retiring as an Eagle, and I just think we should all have a moment to
Yeah.
honor that.
He's got a long arm.
Yeah. Big
Yep.
arm Nick.
But yeah, Nick Foles gave me maybe the greatest moment of my life.
Yeah.
And that's not
I was
hyperbole.
going to say, you are married.
That was a good day as well.
Yeah.
Also a good day.
Yep. It's up there real close, neck and neck.
Ingrid's probably gonna watch this. That's a different category of
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
But no, it was truly great, and it came out of nowhere. I mean, what an underdog story. He is the best.
Yep.
They should retire his number.
Yeah, he's going to retire as an Eagle.
So I
as he
actually
should.
know that they kind of soft have.
They did because no one's worn
Josh
9.
Sweat, this is deep. This is for like maybe for a different podcast,
Yeah.
but he
AWL's here.
Yeah.
But he, someone tried to change to 9 this offseason
Yes.
on the Eagles, and he's now 19 because they told him he couldn't be 9.
See?
It's all
I
happening.
think that's super fair. And he should, and,
Yeah,
and
that's the way it should be.
That's the
I
way
know
it should
everybody's waiting for
Yep.
my thoughtful words on Nick
Yeah.
Foles, but I don't want to get too emotional.
Oh, yeah,
so
please
I know,
don't.
I
Please
know.
don't.
Yeah.
Step
Let's
on
just
here.
take our
Are we
shoes
just-
off.
Are we putting our feet on the rock?
Yeah, we'll have to.
are, yeah.
Thank you guys
Guys,
so much for
I
having
need
us
a-
you
here.
guys.
Seriously, this is
I need
awesome.
a pedicure.
Appreciate
Should we
it.
keep talking while
Yeah,
we
we'll
take our
put
shoes
our
Yeah.
mics down. It'll be
Yeah, this is
visual.
like the
Yeah.
end of Saturday Night Live where they're like all like
yeah.
together
Yep.
hugging.
Oh, you're going oh.
Wow.
Oh, it's easier for you to go
She's
both
way up
feet.
there. Oh my God, yeah.
I'm all the way up there. I don't know
Yeah.
if the cameras can get me.
Sweet.
We're gonna blur out our feet.
I don't
right?
know if the microphones are going to reach that
Wow,
far.
it's
That's
honestly,
okay.
it
Guys,
is
here,
nice.
you can talk and I'll put
It
your
is
feet
nice.
on.
I'm gonna sit right here.
Wow.
We're grounding.
You got to go barefoot. People are paying for this.
Wow, okay. Wiki.
Oh my God! So then I have to come up too.
Look at us.
It's very grounding. It is very grounding.
This is the only
Should we meditate up here?
Absolutely, I think we should.
glass goes through our foot from the last.
Look at all of us. We got to get a picture up here.
Wow, yeah. Coors Light.
This is our band photo. We are. We're posing really hard. We'll end it there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for having us here.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Super excited for the show too. Just wanted to throw that
Yes,
out there.
it's gonna be amazing.
Friday, if people at home can live stream it, Friday night show.
Here you go. Ending on an amazing shot. If you didn't listen to this, you're really missing out right now. Okay, bye.